Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Love Island 2025 episode 3. Stay with me for the best analysis on TikTok, the best analysis on social media. I'm going to be making predictions. I'm going to be calling the shots, and I'm going to be controversial and, of course, maybe ever so slightly political. So episode 3 was incredible. We're about to review it. We're about to go over the key moments. Let's dive in. So it began with smug little Harry, very delighted and elated that Miss Shakira chose him. Fair enough. They had a little chat. Harry doing his thing. Nothing too complicated at the start of the show, but in terms of entertainment, it definitely heated up as the show went on. So we're going to bring you some of that now. And here it was the first interesting part of episode 3, which was an absolute banger. Tony and Ben. Ben getting the ick with Tony for some reason. Quite an interesting one. You know, Tony chose Ben initially as the bombshell. And now that's kind of finished. We'll see whether they ever get back together. I highly doubt it, but I don't think Tony's going to struggle. I think her uniqueness lies in having an American accent. It's very attractive. It's very stimulating. And she seems confident about herself. You know, she wasn't fazed by it. But fair play to Ben, looking to do what he wants to do in the villa, being himself, not afraid. We like it. We love to see it. The next interesting part of this episode was the kiss between, I think it is Meg, and it was between, what's his name again? Oh yeah, Dijon. Man like Dijon mustard. Dijon. Fair enough. Dijon making his moves. Meg seems to enjoy it. I don't think this is going to last at all. I don't think they're that compatible. This is just initial attraction, and this is just the initial classic of, you know, getting some action in early on. Fair enough. We take it. We understand it. Dijon mustard doing his thing, and yeah, this is an interesting one. We'll see where this develops. I personally don't think this will last very long. I don't think they're compatible, and it is what it is. But we like to see some action on the show. But here you can see Dijon mustard. Look at the smile on his face, chatting to Tony. This is where he was chatting to Tony, the American, schmoozing him. The American just kind of casually strolling around, chatting to a few people. The ball's in her court. There's a lot of interesting options that she has, and Dijon mustard is enjoying this. Look at that smile. Look at that grin. Are we going to see some potential between Dijon mustard and the American? Maybe. But Dijon is looking, or Dijon, whatever you want to call him, he's a top lad. He is. He's going to do well. He's settling in nicely. He's got 2 girls, maybe here and there, and obviously Meg was actually getting a bit jealous. So very positive signs for Dijon mustard heading forward. So where was I? Where was I? I was here. So the analysis here, I can't actually remember what I said. My phone just died, so I've now recharged it. Helen clearly fancies Harry, so she is starting to laugh at nothing. She's just laughing about whatever Harry says. She's just laughing. And now this is an interesting thing. My theory, and I do think this is a very common case with girls, is that when they fancy someone, whatever they say, they just turn into laughter, or they basically laugh to kind of justify the reason for their fancying them, or also to kind of include other reasons to find them attractive. So there's nothing that Harry says here is funny. Oh, you know, he got a seductive walk, you know what I mean? Like, you know, just sort of kind of fancy you. That was so funny. Oh my god, like I fancy you even more now. Like, oh my god, Harry. Like, you know, it is absolutely bonkers. But, I mean, you can see Helen's grin. There's nothing funny about Harry. He's never said anything funny in his life, okay? But, I mean, it's just, there's some weird energy. But the point is, Helen fancies Harry, so she is going to laugh at anything he says, because that's just kind of how girls work. When they are infatuated by someone, whatever they say that somewhat could evoke a smile or a laughter just does exactly that. So let's move on. Again, this showed an interesting plot between young Ben and Shakira. I can't remember exactly what happened. Yes, they were so Shakira they initially coupled up. Shakira is obviously presently with Harry, but then this is interesting plot development that Shakira still fancies Ben. There's great potential there. Ben demonstrating, you know, to Shakira, he's still interested. This was quite an interesting discussion we see later on in this review. something happens between them. And here we are in the incredible challenge. This was a truth or dare challenge. Absolutely brilliant. Great drama, great TV, and obviously creates just so much more confusion, so much more entertainment. And Ben makes his move on Shakira. This is a very interesting one. Ben doing his thing. Now, Shakira is obviously the hottest property. She's the Mayfair. I'd say, I wouldn't consider her Mayfair, but what's the actually Vine Street actually is probably the most successful property in Monopoly. Anyway, she's the hottest property in the villa. Shakira. Everyone wants to get with her. Everyone is finding their way to do that. Even Shay, the newcomer, did some finger sucking of Shakira. So Ben makes his move. Very interesting. Harry initially said that he's not worried. Harry initially said he's not worried about Ben. I think Mr. Dumb Harry is worried about Ben. I think he's got a lot to be worried about. And obviously, Harry and Shakira end up calling it quits, basically, at the end of the show. So Mr. Harry is wrong again in his analysis, and he is just not a bright man. So the agenda against Harry that I had initially has been proven to be correct, because he is a mischievous, unintelligent fiend, and he is going to find it very difficult to build strong relations when he's so smug and so arrogant and so devious in the villa, and realizes that actually you have to have more about you than some sort of weird mullet, a bit of physique, and some decent enough looks, where you are still a B-Tech Tom. You are still a B-Tech Tom. You are not Tom Claire. I rate Tom Claire. Proper lad. He can put it off. You can't, Harry. You're not that guy. Elsewhere, Alima finally gets some action. We are happy for Alima. I think she's a great girl. It's only been 3 days. There's lots more potential to come. And she finally gets some action with newcomer Ramel. This could develop into something. And we will see whether this goes anywhere. Talking about finally getting action, man like Connor got the best card in the game. Kiss every girl in the villa, pretty much. And he's done that. I mean, if that was me, I'd probably just walk out after that, to be fair. That's all you need. You got with every single girl in the villa. You've laid your, you've laid your mark down. You've had your fun. You've had a great taste of everyone. What more do you need? I mean, fair play to Connor, and you can see how happy he was over here. I mean, the grin on his face. He said that was crazy. He said that was mad. And well done to Connor. That's absolutely great. And do you know what's interesting? Sometimes there are girls that are not available in Love Island for you. And these games allow you to just get with whoever, which is very important, which adds to the fun, which adds to the dynamism of the show. So fair play. Go back to our agenda against Harry. And here, this guy has nothing about him. This was the most pathetic lap dance ever. But of course, Helena thought it was the greatest thing. Oh, you're 10 out of 10. He did nothing. There was nothing here. There was no waist movement. There was no hip movement. There was nothing sexually stimulating for the girl. Most girls would just be embarrassed. But obviously, Helena laughs. Oh, it's Harry. Oh, cute. He's so amazing. This was embarrassing. I'm not saying I would do better, but I probably would. Yeah, this was embarrassing. I tell you, I said day 2, I said there was nothing about Harry. I don't want to be too harsh. He's still getting attention off girls. There's still something. But we've got to be critical of our fellow men. We are limited in time, but this was a very fascinating, very hilarious. Man like Ramel, the newcomer from London. He has slept with 5 girls in one night. Ramel, fair play, my friend. That is quite impressive. Fair play, Ramel. I don't think that's anything to be ashamed about. But obviously the woke media think it's horrifying. I don't. So this is where I've only got 1 minute left. This is where Harry and Shakira have pretty much called it quits. Shakira not impressed with Harry's flirtations with Helena during the game. Harry fumbled. Who would have thought? The man with no brain fumbles. And finally, man like Blue out of nowhere. Another one with so much infatuation of Shakira, sees an opportunity that Shakira is vulnerable. She's sad. She's ended it with Harry. This is his opportunity to slide in because Blue has shown interest. Is he going to get an opportunity in the future? Who knows? He does well. He slides in. He gets with Shakira. And it's happy days for Blue. So we've got Shakira dominating things in the villa. Who's she going to couple up with? Are there going to be more fights? What is man like Harry going to do? So much stuff to look forward to.